Welcome students. So here I am with part 3 video of our revision, that is chapter 1 nutrition in plants. In previous video part 2 video, we have discussed more about the process of photosynthesis, and at the end of the video I have asked you one question. What was that question? Yes, you must have recalled it. I asked whether the leaves which are not green, or the plants who have non-green leaves, like here I am showing you sample. So whether the process of photosynthesis takes place in these kind of leaves or not. Now these leaves you will not see any green color. So whether process of photosynthesis will take place in it or not? The answer is yes. The process of photosynthesis will take place here also. Now the question will come in your mind. These do not look in green color. So how photosynthesis will take place? What we have learned? We have learned that the process of photosynthesis takes place in the green colored part of the plant. Why we can say that? Because green color is due to the presence of which pigment? Chlorophyll. This chlorophyll pigment which is present in the chloroplast. You must be knowing what is chloroplast. Chloroplast is one part of plant cell. This chloroplast is not present in any other animals. It is present in autotrophic living organism, that is plants and algae. So this chlorophyll gives green color, and chlorophyll is responsible for photosynthesis. Now here in these leaves we cannot see green color, but it does not mean that chlorophyll is not present here. Now like here in this leaf you can see some part is green and some part is having different color. Right? Here in this leaf you can see lot of part, almost whole leaf is non-green, reddish, brownish color is there, but still chlorophyll pigments are there. Why the color is red? Because these leaf or these kind of plants which their color is non-green, these kind of plants, they have other color pigments. Along with green color chlorophyll, they have other color pigments. So these other color pigment overlap or mask or cover the green color, and that's why we see different color, but still chlorophyll is there, and that's why these types of plants whose leaf is non-green, they also do the process of photosynthesis. These kind of plants you see in the various garden, or these are also ornamental plants, like decorative plants. They give different color, beautiful color. Okay, so I hope you have understood this. Now today what we will be learning, today's topics, we will do little bit recap of photosynthesis. Then we'll see the synthesis of plant food other than carbohydrates. So these are the today's topic, and we will also learn about stomata. Okay, so here this kind of picture is there in your textbook also. A plant is getting sunlight, is getting carbon dioxide, and see here the direction, arrows. Carbon dioxide is absorbed by the plant leaves, sunlight is absorbed with the help of chlorophyll, and then what is produced in this side? Sugars means the food, that is glucose, another word for glucose or for the food, sugars, and then oxygen is released. So these are the products, these two are the product, means these are the produced, these two substances are produced in the process of photosynthesis. this carbon dioxide, water also. These two react with each other in the presence of sunlight. So this is what we have learned. I have given you a reaction also. Last video I told you a proper chemical reaction I will be giving. So all of you will write it. Start writing. 6 CO2 reacts with 12 molecules of water, and in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, it produces C6H12O6. This is nothing but glucose, or also called as carbohydrates. There are different types of carbohydrate. Glucose is one kind of carbohydrate. Plus 6 molecules of oxygen and 6 molecules of water. So this is the product. I hope you all are writing. And these two are the reactants. So 6 carbon dioxide reacts with 12 water molecules in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, and then produces 1 molecule of glucose, which is also called as one type of carbohydrate or sugar, and along with glucose molecule, what is produced? 6 molecules of oxygen, which is required for our survival, and 6 molecules of water. So this is a complete balanced chemical reaction for the photosynthesis. This is what we have learned. We have discussed what is meant by photosynthesis, what are the reactants, what are the products. I hope now photosynthesis is clear with you. You have to write this and also learn it. Now, we have also discussed the importance of photosynthesis. Why photosynthesis is very essential process for the life on the earth. We have discussed that. Because photosynthesis is the basic process in which food is produced. So, autotrophic living organism perform photosynthesis, produces the food, and then heterotrophic living organisms like animals, they eat this food prepared by the plants. So if photosynthesis stops, all living organisms will die. So this is the importance of photosynthesis. Now, one question to you: if I say the life on the earth is due to the sun or due to the sunlight, or in another word, the energy source, the main energy source, the ultimate source of energy for living organisms present on the earth is sun. Ultimate means directly or indirectly, all living organisms, for the need of energy, they depend upon sun. Is it right? Whatever I am saying? What do you think? Like we get energy from sun. Is it correct? Yes. All living organisms, including humans, including other living organisms, they get energy from the sun. Now how? Here. We eat plant products, whether it is veg or whether it is non-veg. So, in the process of photosynthesis, food is prepared how? With the help of energy from the sun. I have told you, the light energy is converted into chemical energy. So, this chemical energy is stored in the form of glucose. Means glucose have that sun energy, that light energy. And then when we eat the plant food, we get that energy. Or Like if forest you see a food chain, grass is eaten by a grasshopper, or grasshopper then it is eaten by a frog, or grass is eaten by a deer, deer is eaten by a tiger. So here grass produces the food or absorb the sunlight energy and store it into the food. That food in the grass is eaten by deer. So the energy from sun is transferred to the grass, from grass to deer and deer to tiger. So all these are ultimately depend upon the sun. Correct. Now let's move ahead. In photosynthesis, what is required? Carbon dioxide is required. And what is released? Which gas is released? Oxygen. Means one gas is taken, one gas is released. How it happens? From where it goes? From where carbon dioxide enters into the plant, and from where oxygen is released into the atmosphere. It is done in the leaf of the plant with the help of stomata. This one. In your book it is there, this diagram is there. So stomata is like a window, with like windows of house. So stomata is like a window through which the exchange of gases takes place. Like one is coming in, one is going out. Carbon dioxide is coming in, oxygen is released. So through this stomata it happens. Stomata contains guard cells. These are the guard cells, like a watchman or a doorkeeper or something like that. Okay, or bodyguards you can say. So these are the two guard cells, and one small opening is there which is called as stomatal opening. Open channel is there, empty channel is there. This we cannot see with our naked eyes, we have to use microscope. So these stomata mostly they are present at the bottom of the leaf. This is the upper side and this one is the bottom. Most of the stomata are present at the bottom of the leaf. At the upper side, very less stomata are present. They are present mostly at the bottom of the leaf. So, through this stomatal opening, there is exchange of gases, carbon dioxide come in, oxygen goes out. Okay, so this is about the stomata. Now, one question I will give you as a thinking question. Like as I just now I said, most of the stomata are present at the lower part of the leaf as compared with the upper part of the leaf. Why? You have to find out the answer of this question. Why largely stomata are present at the lower surface, bottom surface of the leaf as compared with the upper surface of the leaf? Okay, find out this answer. So this is all about stomata, all about photosynthesis. Let's move to the next and the last point, that is synthesis of plant food other than carbohydrates. Now, carbohydrate means glucose. So, these carbohydrates, like in class 6th or in the part 1 video we have discussed, different nutrients are required. Different nutrients are present in the food like carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals. Correct? So, living organisms need these kinds of nutrients. Now, plant is preparing carbohydrate. What about proteins? Do plants synthesize protein with the help of sunlight? No. These proteins are prepared by plant by a different mechanism. And while synthesizing protein, plant uses carbohydrate as an energy source. Carbohydrate contains carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, CH and O. So whereas proteins have one additional element, that is what it is? It is nitrogen. converted into a soluble compounds. This process is done by the help of some microorganisms. So microorganisms take atmospheric nitrogen, convert into nitrogenous compounds, and then from the soil that nitrogenous compound is absorbed by the plant. This is how plants get the nitrogen, and then they start preparing protein with the help of nitrogen and the energy obtained from the carbohydrates. So this is how plants synthesize proteins. This is how plants synthesize carbohydrates with the help of photosynthesis, protein with the help of nitrogen, and energy absorbed by the carbohydrates. So this is what we have learned. The students whose assignments are pending, again I am repeating, you have to submit it, and the students who have submitted all the assignments, only that students will be getting the new assignments. So we'll end this with one question which is related with again class 6. One previous question I have given you already. One more question for all of you. Just now today we have discussed about this kind of leaf. They have chlorophyll, but by just seeing we cannot say whether chlorophyll is present or not, because by seeing we can, when we can say when there is a green color, when a living part, when a plant part can have green color, when that green color is visible, we can 100% say yes, chlorophyll is present. But here, what is the scientific process? How scientifically we can prove that in this leaf there is chlorophyll? Which experiment we can do? You have learned in class 6. Think, find, and till the next video, I hope you will find out. So in next video, we'll discuss these two questions and we'll see the next part of nutrition in plants, that is other modes of nutrition in plants other than autotrophic mode. Stay blessed and keep focused. Thank you.